In 1938, when Action Comics' first issue hit the newsstands, very few people thought about collecting this paperback magazine. At that time, comics was just an inexpensive and disposable form of entertainment. 8 decades later, if you search for the biggest individual sales of comic books, Action Comics #1 issue is undoubtedly the most valuable in the world, which contains the first appearance of the world's best-known superhero, Superman. Other than Action Comic, 2 other different books have also been sold for $1 million recently. Why could a comic book be worth such a price, and why would people be willing to spend so much money on a comic book? Carrying these questions, we went to the Canadian Comics Show and talked with illustrators behind some of the most popular comic franchises. To begin with, meet Marcelo Matier, the Brazilian artist who drew for the beloved Star Wars and Transformers.
I'm an illustrator and concept artist. I've been working for Hasbro for 15 years. I did some Star Wars stuff as well, but I do a little bit of everything. Was just working on a game for Transformers. It's Forged to Fight. I work in a studio in Vancouver.
How did you get into comics?
I get into comics working for Transformers. In 2006, I did my big comics for IDW. I did the Spotlight Soundwave, Spotlight Grimlock. I did a bunch of covers. All those covers here I did. Like special covers, retailer covers.
My name's Hartley, and I've been collecting comic books since I was a small boy. Well, several of the books up there are quite valuable, and it has to do with the first appearance of famous comic book characters, whether it's Superman or Batman or Captain America or some of the villains up there. Is the comics that have the first appearance usually are very, very expensive, whether they're old or, in the case of some new comics, they're also very expensive. Yeah, they're all first editions. In terms of values, I mean, the first appearance of Superman, the comic, a copy recently sold for almost $3 million. Same with Batman. Batman, I think, sold for over $2 million. So there's some of the very rare ones, the first appearances, including Spider-Man as well, sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's basically fair market value to what they're selling for. These are converted, because they're graded as well, to US dollar and Canadian dollar. And this is the first appearance of Cable. It's a major character in the Marvel Universe, and they've announced a movie, so it's gotten really hot. Yeah, it's 30 years old, or close to it, 27 years old. This particular book, maybe a year ago, was worth about $750 Canadian. But it's come down since they announced them in the movie. But but the market goes up and down, right?
She collects Harlequin and Supergirl and these My Little Pony comics, and we've got her. She got to meet her hero artist, John Gallagher, who signed a nice picture of Supergirl for her.
I'm speechless. I couldn't, when I met him, I couldn't talk. I was freaking out.